genre of the first-person shooter has lived a long and storied life. It could be argued that Genesis was had in 1992 when id released Wolfenstein 3D, the tale of B.J. Blazkowicz and the Nazis. There were other first-person style shooters before then, but Wolfenstein 3D was and is and always shall be the granddaddy. It is what really opened the door to that genre becoming the force that it is today. Arguably, the most popular video game genre that's out there. And we owe a great deal of bloodshed and violence to it. It wasn't until a year later, though, that things really got really kind of hyped up, and that was in 1993 when the original Doom was released. Again, another id Software game. One of the things that made Doom so stinking popular was it was a 3-part game, and you could play through the whole first third of the game for free by means of shareware. You played the first third of the game, you got it under your skin, you went, you bought the other parts of the game. It was a wonderful model to get people to buy software, and id did it better than anybody else did. There were so many great titles. So many great titles that came out from id, and Doom was arguably at the forefront of all that success. Fast forward many years through many different game titles, and first-person shooters have evolved a great deal. Doom itself... Do you two mind? I'm trying to have a serious adult conversation over here, and my cats are like WWF over in the corner. Anyway, first-person shooters. Doom's gone through many different evolutions. It's been ported to just about every console out there. Doom 2. After Doom 2, there was Doom 64, which was a fantastic game. And then there was Doom 3. And now, finally, we have the release just here in 2016 for PC and next-gen consoles, which is just titled Doom. And really the thing that's on everybody's mind, Doom 3 was an alright title, but there was a lot of really kind of polarizing gameplay mechanics in it. The business with the flashlight and all. There are lots of folks who started it, including myself, and never finished it. A lot of folks are really wondering whether or not this newest Doom game is going to be a return to form. And of course the question is it? Oh, it is. You're totally not ready for it, but it is. My initial gameplay impressions of Doom that I posted on my blog were kind of iffy. I won't lie. During the first hour and 45 minutes or so that I played through the game, I had a really hard time with it. It was frustrating, and if I'm honest, I was really kind of worried about the future of the franchise. This was another great title from Bethesda. The last thing that I had played that they worked on was the Wolfenstein, the excellent Wolfenstein: The New Order. Wolfenstein and Doom, never far from each other. I love that. But Bethesda did a fantastic job with Wolfenstein, and the rumors online and all the stories online were saying that this was supposed to be a great game, and that there was kind of even a little bit of a story to it. And I said, well, if anybody can do it, Bethesda. I mean, Wolfenstein, good story. Who knew? And then you get in and you play the game, and it's just totally... I spent the first hour and 45 minutes. I'm not even sure I enjoyed it. I just got rocked over and over again. Many deaths, many horrible deaths before I could fire a shot. And I'm not, like, breathtakingly bad at first-person shooters. I'm not really great at them. I'm no fatality. But I'm not horrible. And yeah, just getting my socks rocked off. And part of me wondered if the game was too hard, or if the gameplay was just bad, or what. I stuck with it, and I kept playing it, and Slowly but surely, gradually, I got involved more and more with the gameplay, and really started to enjoy the game. Really started to dig the gameplay mechanics and how the mini map worked and all the secrets worked and all the different controls. And it hit me in a moment of clarity in between one melee kill and the next what the problem was and why I had so much trouble with Doom first starting out. And why I think a lot of folks are going to have so much trouble with Doom first starting out. Halo. Halo popularized the mechanic of strategic gameplay and being able to duck and cover and hide behind a regenerating health system of some kind. And from a combat standpoint, that may be more realistic, but it's not Doom. And it's been so long since we've had a game that was like Doom that when I tried to play this new game like Halo, I was very politely reminded that, as John St. John would say, power armor is for pussies. Duke Nukem Forever. I'm like one of 5 people that played the game. Yeah. You can't play Doom like you play Halo. You can't play Doom like you play just about any first-person shooter out there today. There is no strategy. There is no hiding behind boxes. There is no waiting for your health to regenerate. You move, and you shoot, and you kill, or you die. If you hold still, you die. Your armor is as useful as wet tissue paper. If something hits you more than once or twice, you die. And so you run around and you shoot things, and when it's available, you kill things with your would-be bare hands, and the game moves on, and it encourages that kind of fast, frenetic, never stopping, always moving. You're out of ammo with one weapon, switch to another weapon and wait in and get business done. Not only does it encourage that, but it rewards that kind of gameplay. And once you get over that hump, Doom opens up and everything just makes sense. Yeah, everything just makes sense. The story is interesting. It's not that it's particularly compelling, but it's cool how they managed to tie together the stories from the other Doom games: Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 64, and Doom 3, and now this one. It's neat the way that they managed to tie this story together. Gameplay is fast and frenetic. The weapons all feel fantastic. They all feel like they have their individual pros and cons. You can find points all around the game to upgrade your different weapons in different ways. You can find points to increase your health and your ammo capacities and your vulnerability to environmental hazards and yada, yada, yada. Really, and of course there's secrets just littered everywhere, and there's a wonderful map that helps you go from point A to point B to point C whenever you need it. Really well done, well thought out game. Definitely encourages that fast, frenetic gameplay that we were talking about, though. There is no standing around resting on your laurels. The AI will not tolerate you hiding behind boxes, and that's fine. It encourages you to go and get out there and get your hands dirty. There's not a whole lot of health hiding around each and every level. So you can't take it slow and steady. As a matter of fact, if you want health, you've got to go in and get your hands dirty. Kill people with melee kills or with up-close glory kills, you get more health. Little health thingies drop when you kill them like that. So if you want health, if you've taken damage, the quickest way up is down. You get in there, you kill another demon, you rip him apart, and health pops out. And it's a really, really rewarding gameplay system. Never stop moving, never stop shooting. Kill the wabbit, as it were. Very, very fun game. The gameplay is extraordinarily smooth. Fast, frenetic gameplay. I keep using the word frenetic. That's like 5 times now. Fast, frenetic gameplay at 60 frames a second is really a a wake up call. Having trouble with the words. If you've gone from, I've got the a ported version of Doom on my Xbox. You go from that one to this one, and of course, there's many generations worth of technology. But the first-person shooters, I mean, even going from modern shooters to this one, everything is just faster and smoother and more in your face. It's a fun game. It encourages exploration. Lots of cute little Easter eggs. Do yourself a favor during the first couple levels when you're in the what's it called? The refinery. I think. Do yourself a favor, take a header into the molten metal. You won't be disappointed. If you don't understand what happens, that's too bad. Your childhood was much more boring than mine was. Lots of little Easter eggs scattered all throughout the game. Yes, just like the Wolfenstein games, there are little portals that you can find to let yourself into the original levels from Doom and Doom 2. Lots of fun there. Yeah, just generally a fun game. Haven't played much with multiplayer. Haven't played at all with multiplayer. Not really my bag. Haven't played with Snap Map. Not really my bag. Gripes about the game, since I've gone on so much about it. Definitely not easy. Difficulty level was there and present when I first started playing the game. Even after I've had a chance to get used to it, the difficulty level is there and present. Other things that are frustrating, God, probably the single biggest thing is the loading times. For as much as you die in this game, the loading times are brutal. Absolutely knockdown, drag out brutal. That it takes what feels like 2 or 3 minutes between loads. And I know it can't be that. I know it's more like a minute, but still, 60 seconds between loads is just unacceptable for a game like this. Needed to be shorter, even with the game installed on such a whiz-bang system like the PlayStation 4. The load times are completely unacceptable. That's no good. Even Wolfenstein had better load times than this. Other complaints about the game? I really don't have any other complaints about the game, if I'm honest. Really just a fantastic all-around title. If you're looking for a return-to-form, old-school shooter that you can dig your teeth and claws into, you really won't be disappointed by this at all. You really won't. But again, if you're a Halo fanboy, be warned, the game will task you. But yeah, go directly to hell.